All right, welcome back to NewsWire here on SportsGrid. Great to have Robert Forbeck from Daily Racing Forum here on the show. We've got the Preakness Stakes at Pimlico Racetrack coming up this weekend in Maryland. Let's bring in Rob to break it all down, and Rob is going to be headed out there. And I still love the pageantry regardless of what everyone is saying about the Preakness. I think it's going to be a fun race, but we got to play the hits here, as they say, Rob. It is honestly very, very unfortunate that yet again we're not going to see the horse that won the Derby in the Preakness. I mean, I can't sit here and pretend that that's not a big deal. It is a big deal. So does something have to change? Does something have to happen in horse racing to make these trainers and owners sign something saying, hey, if you win, are you committed to the next race? Or are we just headed toward a scenario where the Triple Crown is no longer? It's got to be one way or the other.
Well, it's funny because it wasn't really that long ago, 10, 11 years ago, that we had American Pharoah and Justify get the Triple Crown within like 2 years of each other, right? So
Right.
it's doable. It's not like it's been 100 years or 50 years. Like, it had been a big amount of time between before American Pharoah did it, but it's been done twice within the past 11 or 12 years, right? So, it is frustrating for the entire sport, like the entire industry. It's great to have the Derby winner go to the Preakness. Interesting scenario this year with the Preakness being at Laurel for the first time and supposedly the only time, with the new Pimlico being built and ready for next year.
Right.
I think last year, I think everyone had a tremendous feeling that Sovereignty was a legitimate Triple Crown type horse. I don't think that's necessarily the case this year with Golden Tempo, right? Kudos to him, the connections. Obviously, the Sherry DeVoe, the first female trainer to win the Derby, has been caught on nationally and been a great story. I don't really think that horse was a real Triple Crown contender, to be honest with you. So, I think at the end of the day, I think you will ultimately see some changes, whether it's adding a third week between the Derby and the Preakness, and then we have 3 weeks from the Preakness to the Belmont. I know there's been a lot of talk out there about giving it a month between, the first Saturday in May, first Saturday in June, first Saturday of July. That type of idea. That would take, these other tracks, Naira especially, have to move around their other stake schedules. The Traverse Stakes in August at Saratoga, which is considered the summer Derby, if you will.
Sure.
But I think eventually the industry is going to have to do something. So, CDI buying the intellectual rights, as we talked about a couple of weeks ago, for the Preakness, I think might spur that conversation even more. And the networks, right? NBC and Fox and those networks covering the big races, obviously they want the star horses there. So I think they'll be a big part of it as well.
Yeah, I mean, look, they maybe they got to flip around, these races too, make the Kentucky Derby third or second. I mean, I don't know.
You can't change that.
I'm getting crazy. I'm getting crazy.
I'm all about evolving tradition, but you can't take that one away. It's the first Saturday of May. You got to be that one.
All right. Well, Rob, you never know in this world we live in. I never thought there'd be 200 teams in the NCAA tournament, but here we are too as well. I never thought we'd have the NFL. I never thought we'd have that NFL game the night before Thanksgiving. Crazy things happen in sports. Don't discount it.
So I never thought I'd see my Bengals playing in Madrid, Spain either.
Right, that too. Yeah,
right?
There you go. Yeah, Joe Burrow finally can cheer. All right, so Golden Tempo is out. Renegade is not in this one either. So I see that Ocelli got the second spot here. I know did very well in the last race here. So tell me who you like going into this one, because naturally some new horses going to participate.
Well, I will tell you, sitting with several of my buddies on Derby Day, I got an email. We partnered with First Racing. They had a Preakness future wager. I'm not the biggest future wager person, but I saw the horse Taj Mahal win the Tessio Stakes on Preakness Preview Day at Laurel, and I told my buddies, I said, hey, get down on this horse for the Preakness, right? Because I knew he loves Laurel. He's going to have home court advantage. So we locked in on him at 24-1 in the Preakness future wager, which is exciting considering in the morning line he's 5-1. My enthusiasm kind of waned a little bit when I saw he drew the one hole, right? That's not necessarily the best place to be in any starting gate. And there is a ton of speed in this race, right? Which he's going to be a part of. So I still have him on there. I think he's a super talented horse. A lot of people don't know about him because he's run all 3 races at Laurel. But I think that's a great Great opportunity for him. Incredible. There's a ton of speed in the race. He's the best closer. I could see him flying up, kind of just like Golden Tempo did in the Derby. And then Iron Honor, Chad Brown's won this race twice. Same scenario for this horse, and I think he'll be right there.
All right, incredible it is for me on Saturday. I follow Rob wherever he likes. Thanks again, Rob, for coming on. Have a safe trip, and we'll see you for the Belmont in a couple weeks.
Thanks, guys.